Look around you. Life has never promised fairness. It never did. Good-hearted people get stepped on. Loyal people get sacrificed. Honest people get pushed to the back of the line. And the uncomfortable truth is this: the world doesn't reward your kindness, your sincerity, or your pure intentions. What it rewards is power. Every day, someone is getting the upper hand over you. That coworker who grins in your face but snatches credit behind your back. That friend who smiles while secretly resenting you. That relative who pretends to cheer for you but whispers the moment you leave the room. Life is a quiet war zone, and if you don't understand the rules, you're not playing, you're being played. Niccolo Machiavelli saw this centuries ago. He watched empires collapse, kings rise and die, and loyalty twist into betrayal. He studied why certain men commanded nations while others were crushed under the weight of their naivete. If Machiavelli lived today, he wouldn't waste time complaining. He wouldn't seek validation. He wouldn't play fair. He'd glide through the world like a shadow, reading everyone, misleading everyone, and holding all the power while making others think they were in control. Today, I'm going to give you his 21 laws of power, rewritten for the modern age. If you internalize them, people will never look at you the same again. The way you walk, speak, and carry yourself will change. You'll command respect without asking for it. Before we begin, cement this in your mind and drop it in the comments. I don't chase power, I embody it. Rule 1: keep your cards hidden. The moment people know everything about you, your influence collapses. Your strengths, they'll imitate. Your weaknesses, they'll exploit. The most dangerous mistake you can make is allowing others to read you clearly. Friends, colleagues, even family. Most aren't rooting for your success. They're quietly measuring your limits. If they know your dreams, your fears, your plans, they can corner you without even trying. Power thrives in secrecy. The less people understand you, the more they respect and fear you. Keep them wondering. Let your silence speak. The man who says little is the one everyone pays attention to. Your private life, your real ambitions, your next move. Treat them like a hidden treasure. Reveal only what strengthens your position, never what exposes you. Machiavelli warned us, never win by force what can be won by deception. Your first step to power is simple. Be unreadable. Rule 2: master your emotions, or become a puppet. The instant you lose your cool, you lose control. People can sense irritation. They smell insecurity. And the moment they see you react, they know exactly which buttons to push next time. It's always the calm person who wins. He sees the chaos, but refuses to be shaken. He watches insults, tricks, and disrespect, yet remains unmoved. Life is full of emotional traps. A coworker will poke at your insecurities just to study your reaction. A friend will make a joke aimed at your weak spot to test your composure. Whoever stays composed controls the situation. A quiet smile, steady eyes, and patience will break an opponent long before yelling ever will. When you refuse to react, you force the world to react to you. Machiavelli said, "A wise man does at once what a fool does eventually." Control yourself, and you naturally take control of everyone else. Rule 3: make others need you. Power doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being irreplaceable. People who can do without you will never truly respect you. People who need you will think twice before crossing you. The smartest players don't beg for loyalty. They engineer dependency. Become the person others rely on. The one with the knowledge, the access, the solutions, or the skill that keeps everything running. Your boss might not be fond of you, but if the company stumbles without you, you're protected. Your friends might envy you, but if they depend on your support or insight, they will not risk losing you. Even enemies hesitate to strike those they cannot replace. Dependency is a subtle chain. Hold it, and people move in your direction without even realizing it. Machiavelli said, "The best fortress is to be found in being indispensable." Stop asking for approval. Start making yourself necessary. That is real dominance. Rule 4. Become a master of disguise. The world is a giant performance, and the winners are simply better actors. If you reveal your intentions too early, you get destroyed before you even begin. At times, appear harmless to hide your ambition. Sometimes, smile at the very people you're aiming to outmaneuver. Sometimes, act weak so they never suspect your true potential until you strike. This is not deceit, it's survival. History's most powerful figures wore masks. They hid their strategies behind charm, humor, and patience, because no one attacks what they don't see coming. At work, with friends, even within your family, blend in while quietly advancing your position. Be predictable on the outside while mentally staying 10 steps ahead. Machiavelli wrote, "Men are simple and creatures of routine. He who deceives will always find someone willing to be deceived." Hide your power until it's too late to stop you. Rule 5. Strike first or be devoured. Power does not reward hesitation. The world belongs to those who move early, not those who wait for permission. If you hesitate, someone else will take the opportunity meant for you. That coworker who secured the promotion didn't wait, he acted. That competitor who outshined you didn't overthink. They executed. The powerful know one truth. The first move sets the terms. When you see an opening, take it. When you sense a betrayal coming, counter before it hits. When you feel boxed in, break out before the trap closes. This isn't recklessness. It's strategic aggression. The right first strike often eliminates the opponent's ability to respond. Machiavelli said, "It is great pleasure to deceive the deceiver." In the game of power, the one who moves first writes the script. The one who delays becomes part of someone else's story. Rule 6. Defend your reputation like your life. In the power game, perception isn't just important, it is everything. Your reputation enters the room ahead of you. People judge your value, your strength, and your place based on what they believe about you. Once your name is tainted, your leverage collapses. A single rumor can ruin opportunities. A single mistake can stain you for years. And most people won't question it. They'll simply accept it. The powerful understand this deeply. They guard their reputation like a fortress. They stay away from petty drama, avoid conflicts that make them look small, and make sure their victories are noticeable. When people believe you're strong, they treat you as such, even without proof. Your reputation is both your armor and your greatest weapon. Protect it, polish it, wield it. Machiavelli warned, "A prince must avoid being hated or despised. If they cannot attack your name, they cannot attack you." Rule 7. Hide your next move. The quickest way to lose power is to reveal what you're about to do. The moment people know your direction, they place obstacles in your path. Some will sabotage you out of envy. Others will quietly copy your idea and execute it before you can. Power lives in the dark. Your ambitions, your strategies, your next steps, these are weapons. Expose them, and you hand your enemies the blueprint to destroy you. Keep them hidden, and you move through life like a ghost, felt but never caught. The strongest winners rarely announce anything. They move silently, and by the time the world notices, everything is already done. Your enemies cannot fight a plan they can't see. Practice silence. Smile when they ask what you're working on. Pretend to be uncertain. Let them think you are standing still while you're building something they could never stop. Machiavelli once said, "It is safer to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." It is no better. Invisible plans create visible victories. Rule 8. Use absence to raise your value. If people see you too often, they stop seeing you at all. When you are always available, always talking, always present, they begin to treat you like background noise. Scarcity creates importance. Disappear strategically, not out of weakness, but out of strength. When you step back, people begin to wonder. Curiosity evolves into respect. Your presence becomes something they feel, not something they ignore. The individuals you admire most, are they constantly seeking attention? No, they appear with impact, then vanish again. Absence clarifies loyalty. It shows you who genuinely values you and who only notices when you're gone. Machiavelli once said, "The desire to acquire is natural and ordinary. Step away and let your worth grow in the silence." Rule 9. Turn enemies into energy. You will have enemies, not because you did something wrong, but because you're doing something right. Weak people fear this. Powerful people use it. An enemy is a mirror. They expose your blind spots and highlight your strengths. Their obsession is proof that you've already risen above them. Don't waste energy on anger. Let their doubt fuel you. Let their gossip spread your name. Let their resistance sharpen your strategy. Enemies are free lessons, delivered with passion. Some of the smartest leaders even keep their enemies alive. They serve as distractions. While they scream and plot, you quietly climb higher. Success breaks them more than revenge ever could. Machiavelli once said, "Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception." His purtively specto, step over their noise. Their hate is your confirmation. Rule 10. Reward loyalty but never rely on it. Loyalty is fragile. Today, someone swears they would never betray you. Tomorrow, the right offer makes them disappear. People are loyal only as long as it benefits them. That is human nature. So, reward loyalty, yes. Acknowledge it. Give recognition, access, small rewards, but never bet your life on someone else's promise. Real security comes from leverage. If someone's position depends on you, their loyalty stops being a choice and becomes a necessity. Prepare for betrayal. Expect it. Design your life so that when it happens, nothing collapses. Machiavelli once said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved." Respect loyalty, but build a throne strong enough to survive without it. Rule 11. Make people compete for your approval. Power dies when people feel too comfortable. When someone is sure of their position, they become lazy. They stop trying to impress you. They stop fearing loss. The powerful create competition, quietly, invisibly. Make your approval a prize, not a guarantee. Show attention, then withdraw it. Give small rewards, then step back. Your presence should feel earned, not given. When people compete for your validation, they work harder. They stay sharp. They stay loyal, not out of love, but out of fear of losing access. The most powerful leaders in history mastered this. Their allies fought to stay close. Their enemies hesitated because they never knew who held the leader's favor. Machiavelli once said, "Men are driven by two principal impulses, love or fear. If they want your approval, you hold the strings." Rule 12. Silence is your sharpest blade. Words are cheap. Silence is priceless. The moment you speak, you reveal something, your emotions, your fears, your intentions. But when you remain silent, people begin to guess, and guessing creates fear. Silence makes others uncomfortable. They overthink. They reveal their own secrets, trying to fill the gap. They confess things you never asked for. The powerful speak rarely, but when they do, every word carries weight. In arguments, silence crushes arrogance. In negotiations, it forces the other side to concede. In life, it makes you magnetic because mystery is irresistible. Machiavelli once said, "A wise man ought to follow paths beaten by great men. Say less, watch more, let your silence shake the room." Rule 13. Crush threats while they're small. A tiny problem ignored becomes a massive threat. A minor enemy tolerated becomes a powerful rival. The powerful act early, decisively, quietly. The one who gossips about you today will attempt to destroy you tomorrow. The coworker who competes silently will one day challenge your position. The jealous friend or relative will strike when you're vulnerable. You cannot be sentimental in the game of power. End threats early, remove them, block them, outshine them, or outmaneuver them. If you wait until they grow, you've already lost. History belongs to the vigilant, not the kind, not the forgiving. The vigilant. Machiavelli once said, "The first method for estimating a ruler's intelligence is to look at the men around him." In Forded, protect your throne. Eliminate a problem before it learns how to walk. Rule 14. Never fight battles that don't benefit you. Not every fight deserves your time. Not every insult requires a response. Not every provocation needs a reaction. The weak fight everything. The powerful fight only what matters. People will provoke you. Online, at work, in your family. Most of these battles give you nothing. They only drain your focus. Before engaging, ask yourself, if I win this fight, do I gain power or just satisfaction? If the answer is pride, walk away. Silence wounds the petty more than any comeback ever could. Great strategists avoided small wars because they understood one truth. Your energy is a weapon. Wasted on crumbs, and you never reach the crown. Machiavelli once said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." Control yourself first, then you'll control the entire game. Rule 15. Always appear strong, even when you're not. Power is theater. People respond to the image you project, not the truth you hide. If you look fragile, they'll treat you like prey. But if you project strength, calm, controlled, unshaken, they'll think twice before testing you. Life will hit you with storms, betrayals, failures, disappointments. The powerful endure these hits privately. They bleed behind closed doors, then step back into the world as if untouched. Why? Because vulnerability invites attack. Projecting strength, even when you're rebuilding internally, creates hesitation in everyone around you. Walk like a fortress. Speak with slow confidence. Move with quiet certainty. The world respects what looks unbreakable. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few know what you really are." Appearances shape power. Control the illusion. Rule 16. Build power in the shadows. Real power is built where no one is watching, not in the noise, not in the spotlight. Those who brag, show off, and scream for attention always fall first. They reveal their plans before their foundation is solid. The powerful move silently. They make allies quietly. They develop skills without announcing progress. They gather resources while others sleep. By the time their strength becomes visible, stopping them is impossible. Look at every dominant figure in history. Their rise seemed sudden, but that was because their work was done in the dark. The silent ascent is the deadliest ascent. Be patient, move quietly, build privately. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." Build your empire where eyes cannot follow. Rule 17. Use fear to keep people in line. Comfort makes people bold. Fear makes people disciplined. If those around you feel too safe, they will test your boundaries. They'll push limits. They'll grow careless. But a subtle edge of fear, a quiet understanding that crossing you has consequences, keeps order where words cannot. This isn't about cruelty. It's about clarity. A cold stare when someone oversteps. A sudden silence after someone disrespects you. A clean, decisive cutoff when someone betrays you. These moments create a reputation that travels faster than your words. People respect what they fear losing and fear what they cannot predict. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Let admiration attract them. Let fear discipline them. Rule 18. Control information. Control power. The person who decides what others know and what they don't know controls the entire board. Oversharing is the language of the powerless. Strategic silence is the language of the strong. The powerful reveal information slowly, selectively, intentionally. They create confusion, curiosity, and uncertainty. They control the narrative by controlling the details. If people can't predict you, they can't stop you. If they can't understand your moves, they can't sabotage them. A planted rumor can shift an entire situation. A withheld truth can dismantle an enemy's plan. Perception becomes reality, and the one who shapes perception rules reality. Machiavelli once said, "Men are driven by love or fear. Information is the leash that controls both." Rule 19. Cut off weakness without mercy. Weakness is contagious. Surround yourself with lazy, scared, jealous, or directionless people, and you'll become one of them. Your circle is your destiny. The powerful are ruthless in protecting theirs. They keep people who elevate them. Those who are sharp, disciplined, useful. Everyone else is removed, quietly and quickly. This isn't cruelty. It's self-preservation. Look at your life. Who drains you? Who distracts you? Who slows your progress with excuses, drama, or insecurity? Every minute you tolerate them, you sacrifice momentum. And you must also cut weakness from yourself. Destroy habits that soften you. Challenge fears that shrink you. If you carry weakness, the world will target it. Machiavelli once said, "A ruler's intelligence is judged by the men he keeps around him." Your empire mirrors your circle. Rule 20. Always leave them guessing. Predictability is death. Once people understand your patterns, they can manipulate you, trap you, or neutralize your moves before you even make them. Power thrives in unpredictability. Keep your timing strange. Change your routines. Shift your tone, your presence, your reactions. Show up when they expect you to vanish. Disappear when they expect you to show up. Mystery forces people into hesitation, and hesitation gives you control. Even in conversation, unpredictability is power. A pause, a slow smile, a sudden silence. They all make others lean in. Unsure, people fear what they cannot map. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few know what you truly are." Become unreadable. Become untouchable. Rule 21. Leave a legacy of power, not noise. Most people live loud and die forgotten. They chase arguments, attention, and momentary thrills that vanish when they do. The powerful think long-term, legacy over applause, impact over noise. They make moves that continue echoing even when they're gone. The influence they build, the systems they create, the reputation they leave behind. They plant seeds that grow long after their presence fades. Ask yourself, if I vanish tomorrow, would my impact remain? If not, you're playing too small. Machiavelli once said, "The best fortress is to be found in the love of the people." True power is not volume, it's permanence. Now you see the world clearly. A battlefield of masks, moves, and silent wars. The weak play the game. The powerful design it. You've learned all 21 rules, but knowledge without action is dust. From today, move with calculation. Speak with purpose. Watch everything. Reveal nothing. Walk like a shadow. Strike like lightning. And leave the world wondering why you cannot be read. and why you cannot be stopped.